Hey, Sisters, Anthony and Rose, we got this weird little secret to share with you guys today that's going to make leading and following turns so much easier. This is something that we've been traveling a lot. We just keep running into this thing over and over and over with students.
Styles, yes.
And it's such a small little thing, and it makes such a big difference. So stick around.
We're taking our shot, bring what you got. We're going all the way to the top. We will hear the sound of 1 million.
If you've ever watched like really good dancers dance and they make everything they do look so easy, the reality is it actually is easy once you understand these tiny little things that make things work.
Right.
So a lot of times, and most of the time actually, it's things that you would actually don't notice or you don't really see. You just see people dancing, they make it look easy, but there's all these little things that are happening that are just kind of ingrained. Okay, now if you're brand new here at the channel, we post all of the country dances from two-step to West Coast Swing, waltz, cha-cha, all of that stuff. But you're gonna notice this little button down here and it says subscribe. Now, if you click that button, then you become an X-Dancer, and then you'll know when all the awesome stuff happens here on the channel. So we're gonna demonstrate this concept, and then we'll break it down. All right, so here's the deal. In order for her to turn, for me to ask her to turn, she has to be ready to do that thing. Now, we can talk about a lot of things from prepping the turn, all this connection, partnership, but there's one little thing that people overlook a lot, is that she has to be ready with her feet. Okay? Yep. So if she's gonna be facing forward, like it doesn't matter whether it's two-step or polka or West Coast Swing, if she's facing in this direction, if I want her to turn counterclockwise, which is to the left, she has to have her weight on her left foot. All right? Let me show you how this works. So if we're dancing a two-step and I'm leading her forward for quick, slow. Right now, Rose is forward on her left foot. And because she's on her left foot, she's in a position where I can turn her to the left. Now, if I wanted her to turn to the right, she can't be forward on the left foot. She has to be forward on her right foot. Because she's on her right foot, she can now turn to the right. Now, this goes the exact opposite when she's backwards, but we're gonna talk about her going forward first. Let me show you how this works. If she is forward with her left foot like this, if her left foot is forward, because of the position of her legs, she's able to initiate a rotation in that direction. However, if her left foot's forward and she goes to turn to the right, that doesn't work. Now, as simple as this seems, this is something that people overlook all the time. So the first thing you gotta know, if she is facing forward, if she's gonna turn to the left, you have to lead her. Leaders, you have to lead her when she has got her weight on her left foot. Seems very simple, but you'd be surprised how much people mess this thing up.
Yeah, and I feel like typically when leaders are leading, which it is a lot to think about, is they're thinking about their feet and kind of what they're doing, when really your primary focus is what she is doing, and she will love dancing with you.
That is a secret, like, so leaders, if you're more aware of what she's doing and making her dance well, she's gonna wanna dance with you again. Doesn't matter if you dance well or not, but if she's not dancing well, she's not gonna wanna dance with you superstar dancers or whatever. You gotta be aware of what she's doing. So let me show you how this works in a couple examples. So if we're just dancing and we're moving her forward in a promenade, we go quick, slow. She's on her left foot, and because she's on her left foot, she can actually turn to the left. She couldn't do that the other way. Now, if we were dancing West Coast Swing, and I'm gonna do like a rolling pass, we have to put her on her left foot again. So we go 1, 2. She's on her left foot, and now I can lead her for that turn. Let's say that we're dancing polka, is exactly the same thing. So we'd go 1-1, 2-2. You'll notice she's forward on her left foot, and now because she's there, she can actually continue that rotation, all right? So the first thing you gotta know, leaders, is if she is facing forward, your job is to pay attention to where she is, not where you are, what foot she is on. Look down, feel it, whatever it is, get her on that left foot, and then you can turn her to the left. Now again, if you want her to turn to the right, it's just exactly the opposite because the feet are set up that way. Now we have to talk about the times when she's actually traveling backwards. Okay, so if she's traveling backwards, let's say that we're dancing a two-step, I want to turn her to the right? So since I want to turn to the right, what I told you earlier, we have to wait till she's on her right foot, but when she's going backwards, it's the opposite. This is going to make more sense in a minute, but if I went quick, slow, she is now back with her left foot. She's back on her left foot, and now I can turn her to the right because her feet are set up in that position. Now, if for some reason I wanted to turn her to the left, I have to wait till she's back on her right foot. So then I would go quick, slow. She's back on her right foot, and now I can turn her to the left or whatever I want to do. That's when she's going backwards. So here's what you got to know. Leaders, pay attention to what she is doing.
That's right.
More than what you are doing. That is important. pole dances.
I don't
all the time.
envy leads. You guys really do have the hard job at first.
Yeah, learning to lead is more difficult
yes.
than learning to follow, for sure.
But turning a lot's hard too.
But, okay, so if she's facing forward, leaders, you have to know which direction you want her to turn. If you want her to turn to the left, if she's facing forward, she has to be on the left foot when you start the turn. If you want her to turn to the right, she has to be on the right foot. But if she's going backwards, it's the opposite. Now that may seem confusing, but let me give you a tip on how this works. All right, so I'm gonna show you how facing forward and facing backwards are related. Even though I told you it's an opposite foot, it's exactly the same position. So if you notice Rose, when she's facing forward, she has her left foot forward, but not only is her left foot forward, but her left foot is farther ahead and closest to me. Now, if I turned her around, if I put her feet in those same spots on the floor, it is exactly the same spots on the floor, but now it's her right foot. So if she's facing forward and she's forward on her left foot, I can turn her to the left, okay? Now from this position, if you look, her feet are in exactly the same position they were, where her right foot is forward, it's the one on this side, I can still turn her in that direction. It is exactly the same thing, it's just facing opposite directions. Guys, I don't know if you heard this or not, but we've just opened our own texting community where you can actually text us a question about this video or any other video we have here on our channel, and you actually get a response directly from us, and we can have conversations about dance stuff, all right?
Yes.
Now, this goes directly to my phone. You're gonna text this number right now. Just say hello, 281-248-8167. Again, that's 281-248-8167. Just text hello, you'll get a response back, and then it'll add me to your phone, add you to my phone, and then we can start talking about dance stuff. So text us right now. All right, guys, so we got to talk about one last element of this, is that leaders, it is your responsibility to pay attention to where she is and where her weight is more than where your weight is. She is your responsibility. Now, I can say this, I've said this in workshops, but she can mess up.
Make it easier for him, ladies.
She can mess up, she can blow it, she can totally screw everything up, but even when it's her fault, it's our responsibility, okay? It is our job to make sure she is
life
able.
advice, too.
Right?
Just throwing that out
This is why
there.
our marriage works, because I
Exactly.
know this inside. But anyways, what we've got to do is when we lead her forward, we have to get her weight on the correct foot, all right? So if I'm turning to the left and she's facing forward, she has to be on her left foot. So I would go quick, slow if it's two-step, and as soon as she gets on that foot, as soon as her weight gets on it, then I can initiate the rotation. But what happens is leaders lead them too early or too late quite often, all right? So if she's not fully on that foot, I can't lead her there because she's not on the left. So if I let her early, it might be quick, slow, and then at that point I'm starting to lead the turn and she's not on that foot. I'm thinking about her moving with the foot. What I'm really need to be thinking about is her landing with the foot. Or if she's late, quick, slow, and she starts taking that next step, and then I turn her, that's just the exact opposite.
I'm already committed to that
We
step.
have to initiate the rotation when she is on that foot and in that position, so it's about timing. It's partially, what do I do is partially, how do I do it? But it is mostly
Timing
when.
is crucial, yes.
You should, leaders, if you get anything from this, pay attention to what she is doing more than what you are doing.
And timing.
And then the whole thing's gonna work better. It's our job to make sure that she's able to do stuff that we ask her to do. So is there anything we forgot, guys? Is there anything we should add to this? Is there something you guys would like to see here on the channel? So comment down below. We do read every single comment. We try to reply to everybody. Again, text us at that number, 281-248-8167. If you guys have questions, that goes directly to my phone, not someone's else. Either way, we'll see you guys next time. Hey, Sanchez, Anthony, and Rose.
My eye is burning. I put a Quest chip in it on accident, the little sauce.
Don't we all?
Okay.
Guys, if you enjoy videos here on YouTube, you are absolutely going to love xdance.com. It is a completely different level of dance instruction because it's kind of interactive, totally different. Check that out right there. That's xdance.com, or you can just watch another video here on YouTube. That one's pretty good too.